Welcome to the Intramural Sports Captains Meeting. If you need to contact us, you can contact us through imsports@valdosta.edu, IMLeagues, or Facebook and Twitter. The captain has a couple of duties. They should manage their rosters, communicate with their teams, sign the game sheet after each game, and be responsible for the conducts of their players, coaches, and fans during their games. Next, we will go over some key intramural policies. Remember, current students who have paid their student fees, faculty and staff with an SRC membership, can play in intramural sports if they have a VSU ID at the game site. All rosters are set to a 16-player maximum. After the first week, players must be on the roster by 3 p.m. of game day or 3 p.m. on Friday for Sunday game. When it comes to eligibility, no professional or Olympic athletes can participate in intramural sports. Current varsity athletes are not eligible for their sport or a related sport, and ex-varsity athletes must wait until the next academic year to compete in activities and must play A-League. A player may only play on one men's or women's team, one co-rec team, and one residence hall team. A player may switch teams after playing in one game, but it has to get approval by our IM staff. A player may only switch teams once. Playing with an ineligible player will result in a forfeit. Only persons eligible to participate will be allowed to coach with a valid VSU ID. Only one coach will be recognized per team. Coaches who receive an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be ejected from the game and no longer be able to coach for the rest of the season. Teams can protest a player's eligibility or a rules interpretation. No judgment calls. Protesting team must call a timeout to protest a rule interpretation immediately. Player eligibility protests must take place before the end of the game, and the protesting team must name who they are protesting against. If a forfeit occurs, $10 is taken out of your forfeit bond, and it results in a 5.0 max sportsmanship rating and a loss. Please arrive at least 15 minutes before the game time. A few things that cause a forfeit: not having enough players, 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, an ejected player in the playoffs, and falling below the minimum number of players during a game. If you want to avoid a forfeit, please sign up for a default, which is no charge, results in a loss of a 5.0 sportsmanship rating. The team captain must fill out an online default request form by 3 p.m. of game day or Friday at 3 p.m. for Sunday game. Our sportsmanship is based on a 5.0 scale. Teams must average a 4.0 to make and remain in the playoffs. Sportsmanship can be checked on imleagues.com. Now let's go over the 4v4 flag football rules. A couple of the major differences from 7v7 are offense may not run the ball across the line of scrimmage, no defensive rushing, passer has 5 seconds to release the ball, no punting, it has 3 downs, field dimensions are different, penalties are 3 and 5, the timing, and tiebreaker instead of overtime. To begin a game, you must have a minimum of 3 players and a max of 4. Teams may provide their own ball as long as it fits our qualifications. The game consists of 2 12-minute halves. The clock runs continuously until 1 minute remaining in the second half. Each team receives 1 timeout per game, and the clock will stop for 1 minute warning to let everyone know that 1 minute remains in the second half. A player must wear pants or shorts, a matching team jersey, shoes, and a flag belt. The penalty for failure to wear proper equipment is 3 yards. These pieces of equipment are also illegal when it comes to 4v4 flag football. The scoring is the same. Touchdowns are worth 6 unless it's co-rec with female involvement, which is worth 9. After the touchdown, a team can decide to go for 1, 2, or 3 points. The co-rec rules are still the same as 7v7. The mercy rule for 4v4 is 28 points at 1 minute for men's or women's games, 37 points at 1 minute for co-rec, at 5-minute mark, 46 points for men's or women's, and 61 points for co-rec. Instead of an overtime, in 4v4 you will have a tiebreaker. The offense gets to try to go for 1 or 3 from either the 3-yard line or the 10-yard line. If the defense intercepts a pass or a fumble, the try is over. Please remember to keep sportsmanship up. Participants who receive 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties in one game will be ejected. This concludes the intramural flag football captains meeting. The captain's quiz is found on IM Leagues. It must be completed with a score of 80% or higher before a team can be created. Feel free to contact us at IM Sports if you have any questions.